Srimate Ramanujaya Namaha. Srimate Lakshmi Nrusimha Parabrahmane Namaha. Namaskarams. Anantakoti Namaskarams to the lotus feet of Lakshmi Nrusimha Swami. Our travel to this divine world of emotionally attached with our divine Swami Lakshmi Nrusimha and visit to his temples visually and literally gives us the spiritual experience to know the Almighty further. Let us taste this Amritam, the nectar, and have live experiences and events related to our Acharyans, Alvars, Divya Tampati, and all temples as a whole. This week, I would like to share with you a very live experience of Emperumana Ramanujacharya and the Divya Desham Tirukkurungudi. Last week, I had the holy chance to visit this place and have a holy darshans of Murtis there. Nindra Nambi, Kedanda Nambi, Shayana Nambi, Tirupparkadal Nambi, and Malaimail Nindra Nambi. This place is actually near Tirunelveli and a must-see Divya Desham in our list of 108 Divya Kshetras. Okay, now the happening in the life journey of Ramanuja. This incident is to explain our Lakshmi Nrusimha's, our Perumal's down-to-earth personality, his Kalyana Guna, where he is highly inclined to oblige or serve his devotees himself by putting himself to the lowest level of life. Lot of times he serves as a servant to the Acharya, helps him out in his daily course, never minds to be a disciple to the Guru Ramanujacharya. He obliges or serves someone who is ready to serve his Bhavadottamas. Such is his divine character, where all of his down-to-earth nature is primarily exhibited. The Lord himself gets down to serve. Now to the incident of his lifetime, our Emperumana Acharya Ramanuja travels all directions all over India in claiming his visit to every Divya Desams and temples. Such is the visit to Malainadu Divya Desa that is said to be in today's Kerala. He goes there particularly to the Divya Desham Thiruvananthapuram and tries to change the agamas or practices that is followed in those temples to that day's agama structure. He sits in Trivandrum along with his disciples and tries to talk out to the Nambudris there in changing the temple rituals. They are reluctant, and then afterwards he tries to sleep in the place thinking of the means to do it. Now next day morning he finds out he is alone, moved out, and he wakes up in the Tirukkurungudi Divya Desham on the banks of the river Tirupparkadal. He is highly surprised and decides it is the wish of the Almighty not to change anything in the Malainadu Divya Kshetras. Now only he is placed there and all his disciples are put up in Trivandrum. He does his morning rituals as usual by the river itself. Here again, Ramanujacharya has the habit of applying the Thiruman and the Sri Churnam to his forehead as usual. He generally calls out his closest disciple Vaduvan and applies whatever balance he has in his hand. Now not knowing Vaduganambi is with him, he, after readying the Thiruman, calls his disciple Vaduga. Now Lord doesn't want the Acharya to get disappointed, and he immediately puts up as Vadugan and Acharya's disciples and gets his forehead done by Ramanujacharya himself. After that, Ramanujacharya visits the Tirukkurungudi temple that day and find out that the Lord's forehead is still fresh with the holy Thiruman and Sri Churnam applied to it. He immediately understands the fact, now this is the Perumal himself who has come to be his disciple in disguise. From that day on, Tirukkurungudi Perumal carries another name, Vaishnavanambi. This is the character of Lord Narayana, our Lakshmi Nrusimha. He never disappoints anyone who has the sincerity, who has utmost faith in him. If the Acharya calls for his disciple Ramanujacharya, he actually gets the Lord himself as his disciple. This is the nature of Nrusimha. He sees no partiality, no gender, no caste, no creed, no color, no status, no education or not, nothing. He only observes whether you have in him in your inner heart, nothing else. Jai Shri Nrusimha. This week episodes next two temples of Nrusimha in Andhra or Telangana. The first temple, first Divya Kshetra is Ketavaram Lakshmi Nrusimha Swami temple in Guntur. This is at least 1100 years old, situated on the banks of river Krishna in Guntur, and the presiding deity is Lakshmi Nrusimha and he is self-manifested. It is one of the Pancha Nrusimha Kshetras in Andhra. The Tayar here is Chenchulakshmi. Two temples here, one at the foot of the hill, another on the hilltop. The steps, 600 steps leading above to it. The deity is called as Vajralaya, meaning diamond. When a worker was hit by a stone and started bleeding, and when he tested the rock, it turned to be a diamond there, and hence Nrusimha here is Vajralaya and the name for diamond. A must-visit temple in the list of Nrusimha Kshetras of Andhra. The next one is Singirikona, the Lakshmi Narasimha Swami temple in Singirikona, Chittoor district, Andhra Pradesh, near Tirumala, Tirupati. The presiding deity is Lakshmi Narasimha Swami, located close to the Narayana Vanam in Chittoor district of Andhra. The main deity is Lakshmi Narasimha with goddess Mahalakshmi. It is a small temple with a waterfall. The waterfalls that lead to the temple tank is known as Bala Tirtham. Nrusimha Swami here is treated with Sridevi Bhudevi. At least 100 years old temple. And the Nrusimha Swami here is a standing position. Singigiri Kona, Singa is the lion and Kona is the hills, and hence Singiri Kona. This is also the Swayamvaksha Kshetra. This is located on the way from Tirupati to Chennai, right after Narayanavanam. Though a less popular temple, but a vibrating Nrusimha Swami. This week, this episode again, Lakshmi Narasimha Suprabhavam by Duracharya Swami in Singavel, Sholingar.
Saptarishim Sangakrita Stuti Suprasanna Shriman Nrusimha Gunarupa Rema Mahabhyam Sakam Nrusimha Giri Sadvakriti Vavasa Shriman Nrusimha Vijayi Bhava Suprabhatam.
Here he says, Hey lion-faced Narasimha, the Saptarishis fall at your holy feet and offer their prayers. You are seated with the Sri Devi Bhudevi, who are beautiful and divine. You live happily on the Nrusimha Giri, on the Nrusimha mountain. To you always, all along, and a very good morning and a Subha Suprabhata. Srimate Nihamanta Mahadeshikaya Namaha.